This podcast is brought to you by Sri Kandi Associates.
Looking for your first matrimonial house? Planning to upgrade? Look no further.
For your property matters, contact Sri Kandi Associates at 8788-3559.
Yes, and also don't forget to follow their Instagram at srikandi.associates.
Sri Kandi, selling solutions, not promises. Hey, welcome back to another episode of OUTSIDEIN with your host Yanto
and Farah, your go-to source for honest conversations about relationships and marriage.
So if you are ready, let's go. Yes, hari ni kita excited.
Yes.
Pasal kita ada special guest.
Very cute. I think he's
dengar suara dia.
So Alhamdulillah, today we are very honoured to have our guest here with us. And okay, kita just share lah. This is a book that she has written. It is called My Name is Alyssa. I have Down syndrome.
Yes.
So yesterday we are going to discuss about her journey as a mother of having a child with Down syndrome lah.
Yes. So of course, this book is published by Helang Books.
Yes, Helang Books.
And it's really something that, when we first saw the book, so kita macam like, wow, it's very colourful and it's really showing the life of Alyssa in a sense.
Yes, and also
It just ran off.
so cute. It's okay, we don't mind.
So our guest, kita ada bawa dia punya support system.
Yeah, support system.
Yes.
And also our guest said that Alyssa wrote a message.
Yeah, we'll read the
inside
message
of the book.
later.
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 I want to read now.
Want to read now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, so we haven't seen the message, so let's see.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Dear Uncle Yanto and Auntie Farah, nothing is impossible. Love Alyssa.
Masya Allah. So cute.
So, without further ado, let's invite our guest today,
Yes,
mother to Alyssa.
Kak Yana. Welcome to OUTSIDEIN, Kak Yana. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much.
Firstly, thank you so much for reaching out to us and wanting to share your story and also wanting to spread awareness about this whole about Down syndrome basically. So I think this is the first time ever that OUTSIDEIN ever touches on this topic, and I feel that with your experience and your journey as a mom, boleh tahu it's okay. As a mom, I think it's very relevant in this current day and age as well, with OUTSIDEIN and a lot of different topics that we have covered so far.
Yeah, I think also this topic is not often talked about lah. So kita nak raise awareness together. We also don't know much, so we are here to learn also lah.
Inshallah.
So maybe you can introduce yourself.
Assalamualaikum.
Hello.
Everyone listening in. My name is Ilyana. I'm a mother of 4 and Alyssa is my third born. Dia ada Down syndrome lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first question that we have for you is how and when did you find out that Alyssa had Down syndrome?
I tak tahu that Alyssa has Down syndrome until I gave birth to her.
Until giving okay.
Yeah. So but bila dah lama gitu, macam on hindsight kan, there were like several signs to show that this will not be a normal journey for us.
Okay.
So the first thing was when we went for the triple test where they draw your blood.
Okay.
Yeah. So after dah balik, the nurse called us. Can you come again? Because we have lost your blood sample.
Oh.
I'm like,
How did that happen?
kan? That's so strange.
This was during while you were still in conceiving lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So strange. Macam mana boleh where did you go to, right?
Yeah.
Like okay lah, went down again, like macam marah lah, like you marah, like okay. Then another sign was we were at 4 months, I think. We have to go for a detailed scan of
the baby
to see like whether there's the thickness of the neck, the nose bridge and all that lah. So when I went to Ishaw back then, the nurse cakap, today no detailed scan, only for FA. FA is for fetal abnormalities.
Okay.
So like, so bila I fikirkan,
There's
that was
another,
a sign,
right, okay. Dia macam tak nak tunjuk yang there's probably something different about the
so
baby.
back then tak fikir apa-apa.
Okay.
So I was like macam marah lah. Like that point also like marah.
Yeah.
Like why the clinic schedule
Macam mix
this
up,
day
cock up,
for
yeah.
us. Then
So
like
you went for the FA?
so like they say okay, we'll call someone down to do the thing. So bila check everything okay.
Okay.
Nothing to show that Alyssa had a condition.
Yeah.
So balik everything okay. It was time to for my 4 kids, only my first one my water bag broke.
Okay.
Then the rest all I induced because too heavy already. I cannot carry.
Okay.
So Alyssa pun induce dah give birth, semua senyap. Like usually like you have a baby girl.
It's a girl, semua.
Like the nurse senyap, doctor will senyap. It's like something is amiss lah.
The moment Alyssa came out, everyone kept quiet.
Everyone kept quiet.
Oh, okay. So dia macam indication macam okay, this is not something was amiss in your opinion. Okay.
So I guess they saw her features.
Okay.
So when diorang tunjukkan kan, I can see lah because she was very puffy, macam swollen.
Okay.
Swollen, okay.
Swollen the face, and then you can see her eyes weren't open, tapi there's you can see that there is a very distinct slant lah.
Slant
The
upwards.
almond shaped eyes, one of the features, the physical features of a child with Down syndrome.
Right.
So that was like 15 years ago.
15
Almost
years
15 years ago.
Okay.
How did you feel when you first saw
Yeah, because
dia punya features?
Because belum confirm kan.
Belum confirm.
So tak rasa macam like but hati tak sedap.
okay.
So
Plus considering this is your third child kan, I mean you go through the first one, the second one, the feeling of being a mother at the same time pun macam alhamdulillah dapat anak, and then now that was that feeling macam bila dapat anak, finally my third one is out. But because of the reactions of the doctor, the nurses, dia macam buat you feeling ragu-ragu juga.
Yes,
okay.
correct. So I couldn't really like macam enjoy that
childbirth moment.
Yeah, the moment where I saw my child, like macam still ada, you're very doubtful that that
She
my
okay
child is
Special lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So bila like that day, so diorang run tests lah, several tests. They said that Alyssa, so they finally confirmed that Alyssa had Down syndrome.
Okay.
Her white blood cells were very high.
And so that's called anemic, is it?
They suspected leukemia.
Oh, okay.
So at that point, like, ya Allah, like, am I going to lose her?
And she was still a baby, baru newborn kan?
1 day old.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so I gave birth kat Ishaw at that time. Then they did not have the complete facilities kan to do further tests. So kena transport her lah to KK.
Okay.
KK. So she was alone lah in that.
Allah.
Yeah, 2 days old. Alone.
In
ambulance.
Tapi dalam apa nama dia? Protective punya incubator. Is it incubator?
Not incubator, it's babynya
Baby
itulah.
cot
Yeah.
Okay. Masih kecil ke?
Yeah, so I was going through this emotional roller coaster. So I had to get my older 2 kids. Back then they were like 6 and my second was barely 3 lah, belum 2 plus.
Oh man, masih kecil.
Yeah, so I got them to stay with me tau dekat the hospital. So I think the hospital pun also turn a blind eye lah.
Right, pasal banyak tak boleh ada
Tak
visitors.
boleh.
Okay.
So they stayed with me at the hospital lah, like yeah, because I needed them lah.
Right.
So my husband was the one who
Handle Alyssa.
Alyssa lah.
Okay. So you at that point in time when Alyssa was transported to KKH, they didn't allow you to macam like transport to at the same time masuk KKH juga.
Oh tak.
Tak boleh.
No.
Okay.
I don't think I could have requested, I think, but
I don't know. I think terlalu blur jugalah. So many things were happening at the same time kan.
So after the test dekat KKH tu, they confirm lah that Alyssa had Down syndrome. Okay. So macam you and your husband, what were your thoughts during that time?
Okay, that was the first time I saw my husband cry.
Okay.
When he apologized to me. He apologized to me. He said that, he said that it's his fault for not taking proper care of me. But tak lah, kan ini semua takdir Allah.
Takdir, betul.
Yeah.
Lagipun, I'm pretty sure that this whole journey of bila you dah give birth to dalam kesakitan, and then so many news coming in at the same time, you and your husband punya emotions were haywire, I would assume. Kan, tapi bila dah gitu, when your husband apologized to you tu, did you like ask him why you apologize to me ke apa? I mean, apart from the fact that dia kata tak jaga, because I think generally pun, because I want to understand the emotions that you felt and you and your husband were going through, and how did it affect this whole process of you recovering after giving birth?
When he apologized to me too, like, I also don't know what to think. Like macam, because no knowledge of the condition, so it's like, is it really he didn't take good care of me? It's like, but now, I mean, when we know better, like, because this condition, it's called trisomy 21. So there are 3 of chromosome number 21. So it can be either XYY, or like, can be either the extra chromosome can either come from me or from my husband. So nobody knows. So
there's no such thing as a blaming game for this lah.
Yeah.
Dah takdir Allah.
Yeah, takdir Allah.
Yeah. So when he apologized, I terlalu like
overwhelmed.
tak tahu apa nak fikir also.
Yeah.
So like, so man being
the leader of the
man,
family.
But to see him break down lah, that so together lah kita nangis.
Sama-sama Allah.
You embraced each other lah.
Yeah.
I mean, coming from a man's point of view pun, and I think when this kind of things happen, let's say when you're unprepared for certain situations and things like that, and then things, because like you said, you don't have any information back then, and then somehow rather the process, that whole 9 months of the baby inside the womb, korang were not given the preparation, because missing test tube.
Correct. The time to prepare tu tak ada.
Yeah.
So it's like,
suddenly come out, and then because and then doctor pun cakap potentially ada leukemia and things like that. So all these kind of things, even as a strong man pun, no matter what, I feel that you'll be affected. You will wobble, and then breaking down is something that I feel is very natural for both husband and wife lah kan.
And just now you mentioned that you had no prior information or knowledge about Down syndrome kan. So how macam cakap, your journey to with you and your husband, right? How was it like?
Ever since from that day.
Yeah, the first few months maybe, how was it like for you? And did you find any macam support group at that time?
Selling solutions, not promises.
Hi, I'm Lisa from Sri Kandi Associates. Buying a home is a significant milestone and a long-term financial commitment. So it is important to find one that you can afford in the long run. Don't forget that there are fees such as stamp duties, agent fees, home insurance, and renovation expenses that you will need to pay cash for, and the monthly loan installments. A good gauge is to look for homes that are priced within 5 years of your combined annual income. For example, if your combined annual income is $100,000, you may want to look for a property that is priced within $500,000. Follow us on Sri Kandi Associates for more tips and sharings. Sri Kandi, selling solutions, not promises.
Alyssa ni was given to us as a test, as well as someone who binds us closer together. So throughout like this whole journey, like these 15 years, Alhamdulillah, that our relationship, my husband's and I think it just got stronger,
Even stronger.
and stronger.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, because when we got married pun we were young.
Boleh tanya how young?
I was, 20. Okay, I was 25.
25, okay.
I was 25. My husband was 27. So, lah, when we get married pun macam,
Masih muda, darah muda,
and then
kan?
we got to adapt to each other. You
The
know,
learning
marriage
phase.
is hard work.
No, that is very true. I agree with that.
If you don't put in effort, you know, both of you do not put in effort, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
So I think we needed Alyssa to cement our relationship. You know, she with my husband, they dorang kelakar lah.
Okay.
Like Alyssa is a very, I mean, I wish that I could have brought her. You can see she kelakar lah.
Orang kelakar. You can understand?
Yeah,
Oh, live
so
to meet Alyssa one day.
yeah, she my husband always macam tease each other, and then like yeah, so she's the only one now who she's the closest to the daddy lah.
That is
Yeah,
good.
among the other three, and I think men, fathers with their daughters, really they will cari lah. So alhamdulillah, even our relationship with our children got stronger lah. Yeah,
I want to ask, is there any point of time yang when you found out that Alyssa was Down syndrome kan, you ada rasa any kind of anger tak?
Oh.
Macam why is this happening to me? Because we've heard
never thought of that
Never thought of that. Alhamdulillah.
I don't know. I think maybe too overwhelming at that point that I don't know what to feel.
Right.
Faham?
Like I do not. The first thing that I thought was like, you know, how is she going? Because when you hear Down syndrome, you don't have prior knowledge, any interactions, kan? With people with Down syndrome, like you only see them, kan? And then you see those yang the people who have Down syndrome yang non-verbal, like you don't know how.
You don't
We
know how
feel
to-
sad for her, like, you know, how is she going to
Grow up,
survive?
eh?
And you know,
Yeah,
like when I'm gone, like how is she?
A lot of worry.
Yeah, worries, correct. More worries than I think. Anger, I think,
Alhamdulillah tak ada.
yeah, I think I tak ada recollection of being
Bagus,
angry.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, because we've heard lah of stories yang something happens, macam something big macam gini kan, and then dia macam why me?
why
So
me?
alhamdulillah you don't have that lah.
Yeah.
It's more of worry.
Worry.
Yeah,
of
correct.
it.
Like what you said, worry for her.
Yeah. So when can you share with us some of the things that you've learned along the way when you raise Alyssa up? Because maybe we also understand that Down syndrome tu not every Down syndrome kid is the same, right? They all are
Ada
different.
yang high functioning, ada yang non-verbal. No?
Yeah.
There's the whole spectrum of it as well.
But for you as a mother to Alyssa, what were some of the challenges that you faced raising her up?
Okay, so Down syndrome is cognitive disability.
Cognitive,
So their IQ is lower than average lah. So Alyssa's would. So when we took the psychological assessment tu, her IQ falls between the mild to mid.
Okay.
So mild to mid will be around 50 to 70.
Okay.
So hers I think was 50 plus lah.
Okay.
Yeah. Raising her, okay, me being a teacher last time, I was teaching last time. I was macam tiger mum lah.
Tiger mom. Faham.
My kids, when my eldest, when I talk to you about it to my eldest especially, she like, okay, I don't want to talk about it because I was really pushing them lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder dia punya Instagram dia, I'm mommy, hear me raw. Tiger mom ke raw.
Yeah. Back then tu dulu.
Dulu, alhamdulillah.
Sekarang dah taubat dah.
Dah tahu.
Yeah, so Alyssa has mellowed me so much.
Oh, masya-Allah.
Wow,
I like macam okay. So now I'm like, so 15 years has taught me to like, okay, what the best you've done is what you can already do. Yeah. So I don't like push them tak. You know, dulu ajar orang marah-marah, you know. Like, you know, you teaching your own kids as a teacher.
Yeah, beza.
Yeah.
Beza, yeah.
Yeah, so she has mellowed me a lot through being patient.
Okay.
Because Alyssa needs a lot of time
To learn
to
something.
think.
Okay.
Right.
Processing.
Right, Rick. Kak Cha needs a lot of time to think, right? Right. Because I have to explain to him also. Because sometimes he will tell me, Mami, I told Kak Cha to do something, but she's not doing it.
Okay.
Nanti dorang main together, and then bila time to sleep, say keep. Then si Alyssa nanti pelan-pelan lah dia buat. So I have to now to explain to him what Down syndrome is. So I told her, Alyssa, Kak Cha needs time to think and then also needs time to do things. So we must be patient with her. Okay. So you cannot be angry with Kak Cha. Just give her time. Okay. She knows what to do, so she will do it. Yeah.
Lagi for Ariq, I think as a 5-year-old boy pun, I think they generally are very macam why never do, you know? Kan? Very macam and then their emotions, they are learning about their emotions at the same time. So when they have to go through certain things, because I've seen my nieces also. They, Ibu, why adik never do this? Adik don't gaduh.
Oh, ni dua. Although the age gap is like 10, the Alyssa is a good balance of a kakak and a playmate. So when she needs to be a kakak, she will like like macam like I tengah solat and then he like macam he will she will say, Ariq, you know, Mami solat, no, don't make noise. You know, things like that. Like Ariq, put your clothes away, like that lah. So when they play together, they play together.
Okay. And also for the listeners, Alyssa right now is how many years old?
She will turn 15 this December, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Mashallah.
Yeah. So this patience thing, right, is really something that because the things that she did last time, like macam when she was younger, bila her meltdown is more passive tau. Dia tak agresif. So when she refuses to move, she won't bite. She will cakap apa pun.
Okay.
So at that point, last time bila when we had a car, I was the one to send everybody to school, fetch everybody to school, from school, and then I also had to fetch my mom from dialysis tau.
Okay.
So I remember this one day, tengah panas, si Alyssa, she just refuses to go out the car.
Out the car, okay.
Out the car. So like tengah panas and then need to fetch my mom and then need to fetch the kids. So the stress, so right there and then I nangis. Like nobody
Wow.
like
overwhelmed.
so overwhelming. So like, but that has taught me lah, like, you know, things like this has taught me about patience. Like sabar with her, like you really have to sabar because you have to understand where she's coming from. Then after that you have to be patient and let her do her thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you're mentioning about these meltdowns, is it common among Down syndrome children to face meltdowns like this?
I think when they are non-verbal, when they can't communicate, what it's wrong or what. So that is how the meltdowns happen lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at that particular point in time, yang for this example that you shared with us, dia meltdown tiba-tiba gitu. And like
Yeah, so tak tahulah apa-apa.
Okay.
Right, because she belum boleh cakap back then.
Aduh, dia terlantuk. Are you okay, Ariq?
So cute.
Yeah, so there was no, she just felt something that she just felt uncomfortable, and then she showed her emotions by having she faced a meltdown, and then there was nothing that you can do to appease her emotions. Allah.
So had to like
Tarik.
and then there was also one time bila kita keluar, dia just duduk lah dekat the pathway tu dekat like ya Allah.
Tak penat sangat.
So alhamdulillah that time kita keluar as a family, so my husband angkut je lah. Gitu. Like so those were the more trying times lah when we had to understand how she was.
So during those periods of you know, especially during Alyssa masih muda kan, when growing up, what were the things that was done differently with Alyssa, especially because before that you had 2 other children? Were there any different practices apart from, you know, in terms of the education, the interaction at home?
after giving birth to Alyssa tu, after maternity leave, I went back to teaching.
Oh, you're a secondary school teacher?
Primary.
Primary school teacher,
Yeah.
okay. Faham.
But I realised like I couldn't cope.
Okay.
So emotionally and also with taking care of the family, juggling everything, I think that was too much.
Okay.
Yeah. So I decided that one day I just like,
You had
to my principal, yeah.
You had to leave.
I,
To leave.
yeah.
Okay.
So that was the point where I decided to be her teacher lah.
Right.
So I think being a teacher, having gone through the training,
NIE.
yeah, so I knew, I mean like, I think Allah has laid a very
Nice path.
nice path, you know, like, okay, I had the necessary knowledge lah to impart on her, you know. So I took whatever I've learned, and even therapies, like I did my own research. I sat in her therapy session, so I incorporated those at home.
Right.
So my objective back then was to build a strong foundation for her.
For Alyssa.
Yeah, so that, you know, like, because they take a longer time to process things. So she needed a head start lah.
Right.
Yeah.
How,
So
how old was she when you started this foundation?
one year plus.
Okay,
Yeah.
faham.
Yeah. So therapy semua I buat with her at home, and every day was like macam I have a corner for her, you know, to learn, to do everything lah.
Wow,
So
mashallah.
yeah.
Did you face any challenges when it was time to enroll Alyssa to schools?
Yeah. So that was I think every parent will encounter this lah. Mainstream atau, you know,
Special
school.
ed.
Yeah. So
I saw from your post she was enrolled to an epic school, kan? Ariq, sit down. Careful, Ariq.
EPIC is early intervention. So that is besides the school that
Okay.
yeah.
Normal education school.
So EPIC is early intervention for them to go through the necessary intervention lah.
Okay.
Yeah, she attended EPIC as well as mainstream kindergarten. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I deferred her for 1 year before enrolling her into primary 1 lah.
Okay.
Because I found back then I mean she needed time lah to catch up. So when she was in primary 1 too, technically she's a year older because she end of the year baby kan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Faham.
I saw the potential in her lah.
Okay.
She could pick up.
As a teacher also, right?
Yeah. So but also I acknowledge her the shortcomings lah.
Okay.
I know that my objective to enroll her in mainstream is not academically driven, but it is to get her to learn socially acceptable behaviours from her peers.
Okay.
And I also find macam win-win. Like her peers will also learn from her.
Yeah. That's
Kan? And then it will build a very nice community,
Yeah.
you know, like where they understand how people with special needs are, and then you know that empathy will be built, you know, from
Right.
young.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, so she was in mainstream, and then things got harder lah.
Okay.
Harder, and then the support that we needed were also a bit lacking. Then you know, somehow like macam as a parent you can feel the vibes, you know, like macam tak
syok gitu lah.
like
Orang
you
not
know,
really, they didn't really give the attention towards Alyssa in a sense.
macam I feel that they are not as supportive as they were, because lower primary macam main-main.
Yeah,
like,
not much education as not important in a
It's
sense.
learning through play,
yeah.
lower primary. So upper primary it gets harder and harder, kan. So this is, I mean, I think my objective has been met.
The social interaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So she knows that. Okay, dulu kids, they have low muscle tone, kids with Down syndrome. So dorang punya tongue always sticking out.
Okay.
Yeah, you see that, right? Tongue sticking out. So it's like every day, whenever, so it's like Alyssa, when she sticks out her tongue, I say, Alyssa, tongue in. Alyssa, tongue in. And then in school also, she sees that, okay, like nobody does that, right? So she picks it up. Consciously picks it up, and then she knows. So that is what I want. I don't want to like macam when I'm gone, and then people, I to think about like like
how will she?
I don't want to leave her in this world like
unprepared.
Yeah. So to know that she knows, okay, I cannot do this in public.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in a way, you were preparing her. I think in a way, you enrolled her in primary school to prepare her socially. The social awareness, because that's one thing that I think even ourselves, though, we want to understand that sometimes we don't really understand how special needs children function, because we have not been experienced as much. But maybe you can share a bit more about how, if you can, how does Alyssa punya thought process happens, and then in terms of the memory retention and things like that. Because you mentioned that she was also a kakak towards Ariq and things like that. So when you give this kind of reminders to her, keep your tongue in and things like that, how does Alyssa cope with it?
I think it's a journey also for her. I mean, it's a test for me as well as it is for her also. So she knows, along the way, she knows her shortcomings. She knows that she is not good in this, she's not good in that, She knows that she takes a longer time than everybody. But I think bila kita give her the encouragement, that it's okay.
Ariq, careful, don't.
You wanna take off? You wanna lie down there? Okay, dia dah penat.
Okay.
Selling solutions, not promises.
Hi, I'm Lisa from Sri Kandi Associates.
Another question from our listener. I want to buy older flats because of size, but I heard that we can only buy houses that are of the same age or younger. Why is that so?
Actually, it's not true. Actually, a lot of people have this misconception that you have to buy a house that lasts you till you're 95 years old. But actually, you can buy older flats that doesn't last you till 95. Because if you have sufficient cash or CPF funds, then that you're able to proceed further, and then maybe your cash outlay, you have to divide it to cash and CPF, so you can actually split it half and prolong your CPF funds longer. So even though that house is older with a remaining lease of maybe 50 years and you're only like 35, it will only last you till up to 85. So it is still possible to purchase as long as you have cash in hand and also a lot of CPF. To find out more, contact us Sri Kandi Associates at 8788-3559. Sri Kandi, selling solutions, not promises.
Apa? Sorry.
Cognitive.
Okay. How she itu Yeah, okay. So cognitive disability, right? Down syndrome, what it is. Takes a longer time to process. So whatever you say, but it's also kids with Down syndrome ni also like their neurotypical peers. They have their own abilities, capabilities, weaknesses and all that kan. So for her, alhamdulillah, I think her processing skills is there lah, I think. So she doesn't take, I mean, along the way it gets, I think the neurons are linking.
But
so
slower pace saja lah.
I mean, so it gets, she knows along the way she knows what to do, but it just takes longer for her.
So in a way, this is also a reminder untuk kita lah, like, because I think Farah also mentioned just now earlier on, children with Down syndrome berbeza. Everyone is, I mean, even just for like normal human beings, kita semua berbeza kan. Our capabilities are different and things like that. So in a sense, it's just that when you interact with children with special needs, it doesn't matter what is their condition. You just need to understand the child. You need to really understand their capabilities, and it takes a conscious effort for every one of us to really interact with them, to know their language, to really reach to them emotionally, physically, mentally, and things like that. So
I think speaking of, we know even right now, but more so back then, there was this stereotype, right, of Down syndrome people. Orang dekat luar tengok macam, there's this, I'm not sure whether it's macam, because there's this saying, we fear what we don't know.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So, when somebody else looks different, right, they will be macam
Tend to shy away.
Yeah.
things like that.
But then I want to know this stereotype in your experience with Alyssa kan. Is there any difference between like her peers in school, how they treat her, and how people outside who doesn't know her treat her?
Oh, okay. Young kids, I think they are blind to all this. They don't.
They don't judge,
kids,
right?
yeah. But Alhamdulillah, I think we have been blessed with. I mean, it has not always been this way. Back when she was younger, I used to notice every stare, tau.
Okay.
Macam.
Subconsciously terpick up
macam
lah.
Like outside, is it?
Yeah, outside like strangers look at her, like macam stare, and then stare tak senyum, you know, like
Okay.
like you know, like what is wrong. So
Really
like,
judgy look, is it?
yeah, so
Okay.
it got to me every single time So balik selalu, you know, you cry behind closed doors, you know, like macam, like yeah.
Okay.
But and then to like enroll her in like macam enrichment programs and all that.
Yeah.
And then to know that there are other parents who like look at her and like like what you
Judge
say
her.
judge like macam like
It-
sedih lah,
it-
like you know.
Yeah, I mean, I could only imagine because this is your child, your flesh and blood, and
Yeah,
then
I
you
want the
tengok,
best but then there are
The
like so many
people-
obstacles,
Yeah.
like macam like so last time was difficult but I think we have been blessed lah along the way, like macam I always I like doa, you know, like Allah please like you know just meet me with good and kind people and just like macam you know
shelter your environment.
keep like those who are not good for us away from us and not let me see, you know.
Right.
So I think alhamdulillah, like we even in school in her primary school, like her peers, her teachers like then, and the parents, they're all very supportive. Like macam I face like none of that judgy look, and like even they're always like macam tengok, oh Alyssa, like you know, like always getting their kids to make sure that Alyssa is being looked out for,
Included.
you know,
Masya
included,
Allah. Alhamdulillah, that's amazing.
Having experienced this macam judgy looks and things like that, it affects you emotionally, right? So in your journey of raising Alyssa, how important is your own emotional well-being also? Yeah, right. So do you have any, at that point of time, any support groups at all?
Okay, so like you see, like people will feel like they don't know, right? So to me, like education is key lah. Like so, if you don't know, I mean, can politely ask, you know.
Yeah.
Like especially within our community, we need to equip ourselves with the knowledge lah. Like how the world doesn't revolve around you only lah.
Yeah.
You know, there are other people who are different, and how we accept them for who they are. Kan? I have a group of Muslim mothers who have children with Down syndrome, and mostly those are the younger ones lah. So
The kids are still young, is it?
yeah.
Okay.
So we have a general group that is by another admin lah. So different races. So I thought I set up a group with Muslim mothers especially. So bila nak doakan tu, I mean it's
Senang sikit lah.
senang sikit because don't feel good kan lah, different races dan nak
Don't want to impose our
yeah.
religion on them.
Yeah, correct.
Faham.
So this support group of mothers is called DS family lah.
DS
family.
family.
Yes.
Down
So-
syndrome family.
So it's like macam word of mouth lah. Like macam sometimes we see another mother, you know, with a child with Down syndrome during our follow up. Nanti they will come ask me, Kak, nanti I have this mother, can we add her in? Okay, so it's like it's growing lah, alhamdulillah. And I can, I mean, I've been through it, so I feel them, and alhamdulillah, whatever knowledge and whatever advice that I can give, whatever support, and we also support each other lah. Macam siapa masuk hospital, you know, kita doakan, and then if they need help, you know, So Alhamdulillah, I think it has given us. We are given a platform to share our journeys together because we know how it is like.
Inside the support group, in the chat room or something like that. Usually, what are the most macam common struggles
or questions that the mother has?
Or questions that the mother has.
Okay, kan Kak Yana macam I'm the kakak, come ask me.
I would think myself as someone who has gone through the journey and like macam can share with them lah. Not somebody, I mean not an expert or anything, but just
based on experience.
If you have something, you know, like I can share with you, you know, I can empathize and
It's easier that way to connect also, kan?
So common questions like macam there are like babies, the what age range and then the eldest I think now is 20 plus lah, 21.
Wow.
Dah besar juga.
So things like macam puberty, how to handle. So we selalu give lah whoever has experience kan. Just input lah.
So as important as it is for, you know, giving support to your child, how then do you feel is important for parents going through this situation in terms of support? How important is it, in your opinion?
I think kita we need to take care of ourselves first. I mean, I realized this later that we need to take care of ourselves first, our own well-being before we can take care of others. So and it's important for me time lah.
Me time, okay.
I personally, I don't like to be alone. I don't like.
That's why you have Ariq with you.
I need people around me.
Okay.
I need. But so whatever it is, you know, you take care of yourself. Whether you have to go to you know, like macam 15 minutes pun, like if your kids are still young, nak, you know, just to the grocery store beli apa, you know,
It's a
anything.
short break.
Bila when my kids were younger, it was very hard lah, nobody to itu kan.
Look after.
So Alhamdulillah, now the elder two are bigger kan. Alhamdulillah, the first one cooks and takes care. So my first one ni, whenever I talk about her, I like, because she's the one that who went through with me tau. She's the one yang
Allah.
I cannot talk about it because it's like I think I owe her so much.
Your first daughter.
Because she was 6.
When she went through, in a way, she, despite being 6 years old, she took up the responsibility together with you to help look after Alyssa and Alyssa as
so
well.
I think it has always been with me that I owe her childhood.
You owe her a childhood.
Because
she had to take care of Alyssa lah.
From usually children of young age, they go through, you know, playtime and things like that. But because of the situation that was given to your family, your first daughter, maybe share her name if you want.
Nur Adriana.
Nur Adriana. So
how old is she now?
She's 20.
20, mashallah. So she started being the elder sister at a very, very young age.
So she takes it upon herself. Like, she knows that her mommy, you know, she sees what I go through, and I think she feels how I feel. So she takes it upon herself lah, to help, you know, to do anything lah. Like, but I told her, like, dulu, like when Alyssa was younger, I told her, like, nah, if we take care of her properly kan, we know that these kids, I mean, not a lot of people like it, you know, when they say they have a passport to Jannah, insyaAllah. Anak syurga kan. So if we take good care of her, she will ask Allah for us to join her. No, Sina, say okay nak. So whatever that you're doing now, inshallah Allah sees it. Yeah, and Alyssa will remember. And then inshallah, like she will ask.
InsyaAllah.
Yeah. For Allah to for
save
kakak
all
to
the
join.
family to join in,
Yeah,
in Jannah.
so so alhamdulillah, like whenever I thought about her, like macam, I get all emotional because I think I owe her a lot.
Inshallah. I think
Yeah.
as a daughter also I think the relationship that you have with them also shows. If for her to willingly want to help the mom, help you
Alhamdulillah.
with Alyssa, I think that is another beautiful moment in our opinion. In my eyes also, I'm seeing it, and I'm pretty sure she's happy to do whatever she's done all this while, for you, and then.
Alhamdulillah, like I know.
Thank you, Ariana.
Yeah, she's my right hand woman. She's everything lah. She's everything to me. So I say, like, she always doa for her, for Allah to ease her fast. And so now she's just spending time with me before she gets busy. Yeah. So
in school, is it?
She graduated poly, so now
Gonna
she
start working
still
soon.
don't know what she wants to do. So, but I'm enjoying the time that she is with me. Yeah, before she knows what to do and she gets busy.
Yeah. That's where the real adulthood starts lah kan.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
Alhamdulillah, mashallah.
Yeah, I think. Sorry. Yeah.
What do you hope for Alyssa in the future? Sekarang dia dah 15 years old kan, dah Sec 3, So in the future, what is it that you most hope for her to be able to achieve?
It's been a long time since I've thought about the future.
Okay.
Yeah, like macam, because last time when I thought about the future, like macam I go down a
Spiral.
Yeah.
Okay.
like macam like
So
to think like
expectations.
like macam how is she, like when I'm gone, how is she gonna?
Right.
So like I stopped. I just take it step by step.
Day by
Step
day.
by step, day by day, and like okay, what she can do, okay, alhamdulillah, and then okay, we move on. So my hope, I know that Allah has already Allah has a plan for her already. So I'm not afraid. Yeah, inshallah I will not be worried.
Inshallah.
Yeah, so I will I leave it to him. So right now I just do the best that I can to prepare
Prepare her for independence also.
for independence. So now she takes the bus to school, public bus.
Yeah, I saw the the slides that you shared with us, and then you WhatsApp her, naik bus ni, naik bus tu, and then she asked you for massage and things like that. It's so cute, really, the
Massage me,
text
mommy.
messages.
She can be next to me. Nanti she text me, "Mommy, my ankle is painful. Massage me, please."
Hello, comelnya.
Cute.
Yeah, so in a sense, so that shows the importance of intervention, in a sense, education from the
Patience.
home support system, because I think like what you said, if Alyssa wasn't in the picture, you wouldn't have learned of this kind of patient level that you have right now, and then this is really shown in terms of your interaction with Alyssa, and then how right now so you are more calm, like you mentioned earlier on.
Calmer.
Yeah, calmer lah. So
Maybe before we go, perhaps there are other mothers out there who are going through the things that you went through with Alyssa, right? If you could just give them a few words of encouragement, what would you say to all of them?
I always tell this to my mothers that Allah will not put you through something if He will not pull you through it. Yeah, and like like if He gives you this test, He knows that you will be successful.
Yeah.
To overcome it. And this is all. It's a test for our children as well as it is for us. And I think it has brought me closer to Allah, and I hope that the mothers who have children with special needs, especially Down syndrome, that to find themselves being closer to Allah, and to know that, everything will be okay lah, insyaAllah. I mean, He is the best of all planners. So we might be facing our obstacles, our challenges here in this dunya, but insyaAllah, all our efforts, our patience will be rewarded in Jannah, insyaAllah.
Amin. Yes, and also you guys can get this book, right? Is it still can get it?
It's sold out in some bookstores.
Okay.
I know Wardan sold out already,
Oh,
but I
sold
think
out, guys.
in you can get from DSA, Down Syndrome Association, and other bookstores. Yeah.
So it's
The
called
book's
My Name is Alyssa, I Have Down Syndrome.
Yeah, I think it's a really nice macam, it shows lah the journey of Alyssa growing up daripada dia kecil, her thoughts inside.
It's just the gist of it.
Yeah,
So if you
just-
want me to talk about her, I can talk the whole day.
The whole day, right? So currently, right now, maybe you can share also the support system that you have that
yeah.
maybe others can also join if let's say they are struggling in a sense.
Besides the own
WhatsApp group,
WhatsApp group or groups in FB. So for certain disability, they have their own like macam Down Syndrome Association, DSA is at Bishan.
Bishan.
Yeah, so you can get in touch with them lah.
Down Syndrome
for anything.
Association,
Yeah, there are several. You just need to look for it lah. Yeah,
There's plenty.
plenty.
Okay,
Plenty.
insyaAllah.
Yeah.
Then for the Muslim mummies also, we can always get in touch with Kak Yana.
Yeah.
I think,
Can we share your social?
Can,
Instagram? Yeah.
I'm Mummy, hear me roar.
Yes, if you have any questions or if you're struggling, if you just need someone to talk to or relate to, you can always
Reach out
reach
to
out
Kak Yana.
to Kak Yana lah.
InsyaAllah. I think it's always important that to remember that it takes a village to raise a child. It's always important to ensure that our village is one that is very healthy and one that is really showing support for each other.
Yes, so we'd like to thank you lah for coming onto the podcast and being so open and vulnerable in sharing your journey as a mother.
Thank you
so
for thank you to both of you for allowing me to share, raise awareness on this platform lah. Inshallah, you will benefit.
And maybe
everyone.
before we go,
InsyaAllah.
do you want to say anything to Alyssa and let her hear? No. Maybe just a minute or two. Yeah, just for Alyssa. Let's go.
Hi Alyssa. I love you, and you always tell me that you will always love me. Okay, I hope that whatever that we have gone through, you always remember me, and remember that every night before you sleep. Last time, what did Mami say? Like, Alyssa, when you reach Jannah, tell Allah, right? You want me, you want daddy, you want kakak, you want abang, Panik, you want Ariq and everybody else, nenek, to everybody who loves you to join you, right? So I hope you will remember. Okay, I will love you always.
Mashallah.
Nangis. Mashallah, that's such a wholesome episode lah. Mashallah. And then in the words of Alyssa, nothing is impossible.
Yes, nothing is impossible.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. So inshallah, this episode is beneficial for every one of us to learn more about Down syndrome, and for you mothers and fathers out there who are facing, challenging times. Inshallah, this episode might comfort you in a way lah, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah. But at the same time also, kalau korang struggle nak cari rumah, kan, tengah susah, BTO kena reject, rumah tak tahu macam nak handle, makin mahal and things like that, jangan risau. Kita ada Sri Kandi Associates.
Yes, you can call them at 8788-3559, or you can follow them on Instagram at srikandi.associates.
Sri Kandi selling solutions, not promises. we have come to the end of another episode of Outside In.
If you like what you hear, please follow us on all our socials, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify and YouTube.
Share it with all of your friends and family members so that they can benefit from this episode, inshallah.
Say bye,
Till next
Ariq.
time. Assalamualaikum.
Bye, say bye.
Ariq, say bye. Ariq, say bye.
Wait.